Hey guys, what's going on? Clay back here again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video guide. Today we're going to be going over what you should buy from King Mog during this Halloween event. And I'm going to give you kind of an order of how I would get them. A lot of these items, there are ones that you should prioritize and other ones that kind of, it's like, they all go together. You could get one or the other. It's kind of what you need on your team or what you need on your account. But as you can see over to my right, there is a guide here I put down. This is the order in which I would get the items, and I'm going to explain why I would get these items in this order. The first one coming up is the creepy mask. Now this is the best hat that we're going to get for mages almost forever. The Japanese version, I still think this is a global exclusive, and I think it's the best hat they even have. So like if the Japanese had it, it would be their best hat, but we got it, and that's what we're going to get. The next up is summoning tickets is what I would spend on, and the reason for that being is that summoning tickets, everybody wants to summon. Having those in your back pocket just is freebie summons that you guys get as free-to-play players, or even as whales, things like that, pay-to-play players. Free summons are free summons. You just have to grind. You can get those for free. I would say, here's a warning: if you haven't watched my banner review, do not pull on this banner unless you really want to have fun with Halloween stuff. The units aren't that great, and your summoning tickets are going to be better used later. They don't expire, they don't go away, so you're going to be able to keep that how you want to. Moving on down are the 6-star materials. I think you guys already probably have gotten these, but you guys who have had Cecil, you guys who had other 6-star units that need leveled up, get the 6-star materials. And the way it's going to work now, as you guys can see, is that you're going to be able to get 20 of each of these 6-star materials for a pretty cheap price. But then after that, you can buy unlimited 6-star materials, as many as you want, but the price is hiked up pretty hard up. So that's how I think it's going to be from now on in these King Moogle events for these 6-star materials. So another thing I want to say is I think that COD and Bart's will be the next ones to get their 6 stars. So people with COD or Bart's, maybe you want to stock up on extra 6-star materials. That is completely up to you. The number I have over there is buying all of them, the 20 that he allows you to get for the cheap price. Another thing I want to talk about is the Trust Moogle that you guys can get from this. Obviously, you can get two. I think one is 70,000 and the one I'm showing here is 30,000. The 30,000 one's pretty alright. I think you guys should pick that one up. However, the 70,000 one's pretty overpriced. Apparently someone was saying when you're trust farming that you can get anywhere from 15 to 18% using the same energy it will take you to farm enough candy corn to get this Trust Moogle at the 70,000, I think is what it was, or it could have even been 30,000. But getting a Trust Moogle at this point is instant gratification and guaranteed 10%. The Trust Moogle being this cheap is actually pretty cheap compared to Japan. According to some Japanese players I talked to, we're actually kind of being spoiled with this event. And guys, I would say at least get one of the Trust Moogles. I put it up this high because that's what I would do. Moving on, the next item I would probably pick up is another exclusive, which is the Candy Basket. It's going to come in at 18,000 candy corns, but the Candy Basket is a pretty good accessory to go on your healer, okay? And it could go on a mage with Magic 15% and Spirit 15%, but Magic and Spirit both go in to doing heals better. That just seems like it should be a healer item to me, a healer accessory. Definitely pick that one up. Next up is the Metal Gigantoirs, and I know all you guys need them out there. Been running pretty dry. We haven't had a Metal Gigantor, event in a couple of weeks. I think 2 weeks now we haven't had one. So pick them up. I think if you pick up all 100 of them, it's going to cost you 10,000 candy corns. Get them so that you can bring your Cecil up or any new units you get pretty fast. That's the best way to level up, is having these Metal Gigantoirs. Moving on down the list, Star Quartz. It's going to cost you 5.7 thousand of the candy corn to get this, and Star Quartz are going to be used in the future, and they're being used now to get great items. This isn't something you can farm. You can farm it, but you have to roll into mini-toirs and explorations, and that's a really, really rare chance. I think running into a mini-toir is super low. It's like pulling a 5-star crystal in a way, and the Minotaur has a chance of dropping a Star Quart or a Scream Root, and I think Star Quartz are going to be very useful in the future. We're going to get a hat that we can get from the next shop. Right now you can get earrings that cost, I think, 50 Star Quartz a pop, giving you that 20% magic up on your mages as an accessory. And then we're going to have a really sweet hat that comes later on. You can even buy Trust Moogles down the road with these Star Quartz. So getting these Star Quartz, I think, is very key to your success in this game. Always pick them up from events. Next up, I have Phoenix Downs. Now, the reason I'm bringing up Phoenix Down is I think a lot of people maybe have used their Phoenix Downs from maybe trying to fight Golbez. Maybe they're using them in this event to kill off bosses, which I don't recommend at all, but if you need to, you need to. Picking up Star Quartz here is the great thing. It only costs 2,000 of your candy corn, guys, and you're going to be able to pick up a lot of Phoenix Downs, and you know, you can't get Phoenix Downs, like you can't just go buy them in a shop. You get them from treasure chest, you know, event rewards, things like that. You can buy them with star quartz, but star quartz are pretty rare, you know, currency, so you don't want to be just spending them willy-nilly on the Phoenix Downs. Moving on down, Scream Root. Again, really rare. You can only get them from Minotaur. What Scream Roots are used for with Fine Alchemist, it's to make the silver keys you need to open those silver chests. So picking up Scream Roots, I think, is a great idea. So that's why I have it here on the list. The Holy and Sacred Crystals. I feel like everybody's going to need those at one point in your life, and I know you guys have been there where you look at your sacred crystals and you're like, I just need 2 more, and then you farm and farm the exploration points, you know, the exploration vortex, and you never get them. Or not the exploration, but the awakening vortex, and you never end up getting them, and it takes forever, and you're mad because RNG isn't on your side. Well, here's a good chance just to pick them up for like a couple of runs on the event, and you can have these on stock for later. Underneath that, this is the kitchen knife, and yes, this is an event exclusive. So you may want to rate this up higher. It depends on how you want to play, how you want to do it. I am going to get it regardless. Everything on this list, this is what I'm getting. This is how I'm spending my my candy corn. I'm doing it like this. The only reason I have kitchen knife down here is that it only has 52 attack. It is a dagger. The stab ability is pretty great that it has. But it's just not as good in my opinion as the creepy mask or the candy basket. So that's why I have it down here, guys. But remember, you can't get this knife ever again if you don't get it from this event. It's coming in at only 8,000 candy corns, so you might want to pick it up. You might want to move that up on the list. That's up to you. And the reason I have mini burst pots at the very, very bottom here is because it's not a necessary thing you need, right? I know a lot of you guys got you know, got Paladin Cecil. You're looking to get his limit burst up, his limit break, because that is a really strong part about him. Here's a chance, guys. You can get a lot of mini burst pots. It's going to cost you 45,000, which is a massive number to get them all, but it can level up your Cecil's limit break even faster. And I put it down here because, you know, some people are going to want to get a lot of them, some people are going to want to get a little of them, and some people aren't going to bother at all. So that's what you want to look for here. So our grand total after purchasing everything from this King Mog, if you follow this guy, if these are the things you're going to pick up, you're going to have to spend 196,400 candy corns, guys, and that's going to be your total if you get everything I said here. And you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot. This event actually is nowhere near as bad as Oracite. Getting candy corn is way easier. We get a lot more amounts for our energy. Everything in here costs a lot less than I thought it was going to cost. So I think this is a great event. If we're looking at what is the best place to farm for you know, candy corn, you're gonna look into doing Pumpkin Rider Strikes advanced version. Okay, guys, it's gonna cost you 18 energy, but you're gonna get 1,550 candy corn in return every run. And the boss fight is really quick, pretty simple boss fight. You're gonna be able to knock it out quick, burn that energy up, and get that candy corn. Pretty good ratio for 18 energy for 1,550 candy corn. If we look, it's gonna take you 127 runs of the Pumpkin Rider Strikes Advance. You're going to have to do 127 runs to get everything on this list over here. Sorry, I pointed the wrong way. Over here, you're going to do 127 runs. That's 2,286 energy. And for the people out there who are looking to refill or planning out their week, your energy is going to have to refill 45 times. If we're talking about an average of 50 energy. That's what I base this on, guys. So you need 2,286 energy, and I'm going to assume that an average of the viewership here has at least about 50 energy saved up at max. So it's going to take you about 45 refills. Obviously, it's still 127 runs or 2,286 energy. You guys can do your own math there on how much energy you have or what rank you are. But overall, yeah, the Pumpkin Rider Strikes Advance is the way to go. I think this event is amazing. You guys can get a lot of good stuff from inside the King Mog. I don't think it's going to take you 2 weeks to grind this out. It really depends on how well you are. We haven't seen Pumpkin Rider Strikes Pro yet. That'll be coming on the 27th, guys. This was confirmed through a official Final Fantasy Brave Exvius stream. I think it was in Taiwanese. I can't remember the exact language. It'll be coming on the 27th, so we don't know what our energy is going to be like there, our energy use in equivalence to the how much candy corn we get off of that, or how hard it's going to be for you guys to grind. So I would suggest doing the advanced. It's only going to be 127 runs you guys need to do. So, and you know, you might say 127 runs, that's a lot. But in 2 weeks, guys, I know you can do it. You guys can burn this down, get everything you want from King Mog, and that's it. That's all I have for this video, guys. So this video helped you out. Please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below with what you're buying. Maybe you're buying it in a different order, or you disagree with what I have here, or you totally agree and you can't wait to do it. Tell me what you guys feel about this event. I'm loving it. The spoopy feeling, things like that. And subscribe for future content. I will have my guide to actually beating down the Pumpkin Rider Strikes event and things like that coming. I think I'll have that out tomorrow, guys. So we'll see you then. Have fun with the event, guys, and have a great weekend.